Before we begin this new day, let's take a slow breath together and gently turn our hearts toward God. This morning, I want to remind you of a truth that brings deep comfort, especially when we wake up feeling tired, overwhelmed, or already carrying the weight of the day ahead. The Bible tells us in Psalm 121 that our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, and that he never slumbers and he never sleeps. While we were resting through the night, God was awake. While our minds were quiet, or maybe restless, he was watching over us with care. Some mornings, we wake up feeling refreshed, but many mornings, we don't. Sometimes we open our eyes, and the worries rush in immediately. Thoughts about work, family, finances, health, or decisions we don't know how to make yet. Maybe you woke up today already feeling behind, already feeling tired, already wondering how you're going to get through everything that's waiting for you. If that's you, I want you to know this: you are not starting this day alone. God has already gone before you. He is already present in this moment, and he is not overwhelmed by anything you're facing today. Psalm 121 reminds us that God is not like us. We grow weary, we get distracted, we need rest, but God does not. He doesn't lose focus. He doesn't look away. He doesn't miss a single detail of your life. While you slept, he was guarding your heart. While you rested, he was holding your future. Even now, as you listen to this prayer, he is near, attentive, and deeply involved in your life. There's something powerful about starting the morning by lifting our eyes to God before we lift our phones, before we scroll through the news, before we let the noise of the world fill our minds. This is a moment to settle your spirit and remember where your help truly comes from. Not from your own strength, not from how prepared you feel, not from having everything figured out. Your help comes from the Lord, the one who created the heavens and the earth, the one who holds this entire day in his hands. God promises that he will not let your foot slip. That means even when you feel unsteady, even when you're unsure of your next step, he is steady. He is faithful. He is watching over your coming and your going. He is already present in the conversations you'll have today, the places you'll go, the challenges you'll face, and the moments of quiet in between. Nothing about this day is a surprise to him. So as we begin this morning prayer, allow your heart to rest in that truth. You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to carry everything on your own. The same God who watched over you through the night is walking with you into this new day. He is your keeper. He is your protector. And he is here with you now. As we stay here in this quiet moment, I want to speak honestly, because so many of us carry things we don't always say out loud. There are days when our faith feels strong, and there are days when it feels fragile. Days when trusting God comes easily, and days when it feels like we're barely holding on. Maybe you believe in God, but right now your heart feels heavy. Maybe you love Jesus, but you still wake up with anxiety, fear, or questions you don't have answers to. If that's where you are this morning, I want you to hear this clearly. God is not disappointed in you. Your weakness does not push him away. In fact, it draws him closer. The Bible tells us that God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in times of trouble, not a distant help, not a someday help, a present help, right here, right now, in the middle of what you're feeling. Even when your faith feels small, God is still faithful. Even when your prayers feel quiet or incomplete, he still hears every word, even the ones you don't know how to say. Some mornings, the anxiety feels loud. Your mind starts racing before your feet even touch the floor. You think about everything that could go wrong, everything that feels uncertain, everything that feels out of your control. And in those moments, Jesus doesn't stand at a distance, waiting for you to get it together. He meets you right there. He sits with you in the silence. He carries the weight you were never meant to carry alone. He brings a peace that doesn't always make sense, but somehow steadies your heart. God knows the pressures you're under. He knows the expectations placed on you, the responsibilities you carry, the battles no one else sees. He knows the moments when you feel strong, and the moments when you feel like you're barely making it. And still, he remains your refuge. Still, he remains your safe place. You don't have to hide your doubts from him. You don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. You can come to him exactly as you are. This morning, let your heart rest in that truth. You don't need perfect faith to be held by a perfect God. You don't need all the answers to be deeply loved. Even when your trust feels shaky, God's grip on you is firm. He is close to the brokenhearted. He strengthens those who feel weak. And right now, in this moment, He is surrounding you with His presence, reminding you that you are not alone, and you never have been. As we look ahead to this day, I want to remind you that the God who is with you now is the same God who has always made a way for His people. When life feels uncertain, when the road ahead looks unclear, God is still working, even when you can't see it yet. Scripture is filled with reminders of this. When Daniel was surrounded by lions, God was already present in the den. When the Israelites stood before the Red Sea with nowhere to go, God was already preparing a path through what looked impossible. And today, even if your challenges don't look like theirs, God is still the same faithful, powerful, and near. There may be situations in your life right now that feel overwhelming. Maybe it's pressure at work, tension in your family, worries about your health, or fears about the future. Maybe it feels like you're standing in front of your own Red Sea, wondering how things will ever change. But God sees more than you do. He goes before you. He knows the way through, even when you don't. And while He may not remove every challenge instantly, He promises to walk with you through every step. Jesus once spoke peace to a storm, and the waves obeyed His voice. In the same way, He speaks peace into the storms we carry inside. The stress, the racing thoughts, the emotional weight we wake up with, none of it is too much for Him. Sometimes God calms the storm around us, and sometimes He calms the storm within us. Either way, His presence is enough to carry us through. As you prepare to step into this day, remember that God is watching over your going out and your coming in. He is with you when you leave your home, when you travel, when you work, when you rest, and when you return. He is guarding not only your body, but your heart and your soul. You are under His care, covered by His protection, and held by His love. So walk into this day with confidence, not because everything is certain, but because God is. You don't have to face what's ahead in fear. You don't have to carry tomorrow's worries today. The one who made a way before is still making a way now. And whatever this day brings, you can trust that God is with you, guiding you, protecting you, and leading you forward, one step at a time.